Welcome back, everyone. We've got Cosmoing here with his rat running.
Rats.
I want to be the Overlord.
S.
Rats. Are there multiple rats?
Yeah, there's one on top of the other one.
Oh, I thought that was just like a cowboy hat or something. Can you give him a cowboy hat in the future?
I'll see if I can look at a cowboy hat.
Yeah, a tiny cowboy hat would be awesome.
Tiny cowboy hat. Actually, 3 rats. There's one on my shirt. You can barely see it.
Oh my god. So you wanna get going? Let's get this underway.
Yeah, I think we just start because honestly, there's a lot of time to talk about the game while I'm playing the game. I'm not even gonna bother having a timer up on my own side.
It is a real rat, yes.
Yeah, that's why it's so static and immobile, much like a plushie. It's because it's very real.
Immobile?
My French came through, alright? Give me a break.
I'm trying to think of that one time like a year ago when you had like the most French pronunciation.
This happens on a daily basis, dude.
Oh, finalist. That's the one. I'm glad I remembered finalist.
I'm finalist, dude.
Alright, we're good to go.
I think this is the time. Alright, you want me to count down?
Yep.
Alright, this is when I hit new game. So, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, everyone, welcome to I Want to Be the Overlord. This is pretty giant. I think it's like on the list of like well-known I Want to Be the Guy games that are also Metroidvania. Like, there's like 2 or 3. There's Don't Want to Be Anything 2. There's probably something else that I can't remember right now. And then there's this game. What other big Metroidvanias? Alright, anyways. This is clearly very, very inspired by like Symphony of the Night and the Metroidvanias in general. Like, whoa, who could have seen this coming? Anyway, here at the start, we get a chance to... We're actually in one of the final areas of the game, right there. I was wondering why I didn't skip. Well, true, Find a Cure is pretty big, too. Yeah. But we're in, like, one of the final areas of the game there, and then we get exactly 1 chance to fight one of the final bosses. And, not in our best interest to do that right now, so let's just head back to the starting area. So this is... Well, there's actually a lot of glitches, actually, in this run, because this is made in Click Team Fusion. This is not in Game Maker as most I Want to Be the Guy games. The big teleports there, we don't really care about that. Saves, we also don't care about saves, but actually for very different reasons. I'm actually setting up the very first glitch right now by not saving. So, this Click Team Fusion engine, well, presumably it's made by Pat, and then also, like, Matt and Jay brought a whole bunch of changes to it. And I mean, it works totally fine. Like, really, it feels a lot like a Fangame. Just any other Fangame. But it has some issues. So I'm going to hit reset here, and I'm going to save. And what that did is it kind of, like, prepared the game to load a save. Because basically, I didn't have a save yet. So I hit reset, and it was just like, well, there's no save. Hold on, let me actually, like, do this real quick. Yeah, so by hitting reset without a save being ready, like I'm still in the new game state. So basically it just got ready to load a save, but there's no save loaded, but I made a save after. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna hit this transition right here, and you're gonna see some magic, right? You're gonna see some freaking magic. So I'm like over here now. So what happened is when you get the game ready to load a save, like this weird state, it just, I don't really know how to explain it, right? I do the magic myself. I don't know what to explain, but like it gets ready to load a save, and then when you do like an actual area transition, it loads that save, but in the new area. So basically, it put me where I saved, but in the forest, which warps me right at the start of the... Well, it's right next to the training grounds warp. This is just like a really convenient time to get the warp. Because if we have a save, then like things get a little bit more. It's like harder to set it up. We'll see later. Basically, there's 3 different types of wrong warping that you'll see in the run, and I'll try to explain each one as I do it. So I call that one like a new game wrong warp. There's no save at all, so you reset, you hit a save, and then it loads that save. So you can only really do it in this area because of the nature of the glitch. And so it's just really easy to use it to, do I? No, I don't even get that. I'm like mixed up between my routes right now, so you have to apologize. I made changes to this route like last week. Because I, unbelievably, while de-rusting this game and practicing this game last week, I found a new glitch. Here's pause glitch. So, pausing in this game is also really weird. Normally when you pause, things pause. I know, absolutely crazy to think that, but you know, that's just kind of like what you think. When you hit pause, everything in the game should just like stop, right? And then it should resume when you unpause. One thing that doesn't pause is enemy animations. So if you like get an enemy, like a lot of enemies in this game have like becoming active animations, if that makes sense. Like the zombies kind of like wake up, the dog kind of like wakes up and everything. And if you're paused while that animation ends, the enemy just kind of like fails to become active. And so the zombies just kind of stand still and do nothing, and they don't kill at all. The dog just doesn't shoot, and then, you know, you can just jump over it. But I'm going to do this, and then, no, zombies are there. You can actually use this on that very first boss at the start of the game, the one that you only have one chance to fight, and actually can make it very, very, not very easy, but like a lot easier. I should also mention what I'm trying to do right now. So this is actually very similar to the route Thunda, hey in chat, Thunda in chat, used to have for his old world record until I came along, made a new route, and demolished it. But the new route that I have for my world record is very, very rad. You know, I don't think enemies should land in the air, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, it's very similar to Thunda's route in concept. So what we're doing here is we got the training grounds at the start, because we're going to go to the training grounds later to get the speed ring, which is the only item that makes like fighting the final boss like not take 15 minutes straight up. And then after that, we're just going to like try to get like the 2 items we need to actually beat the final area of the game. We're going to call that good, right? So this is the first one that we need. It's also one of the first items you can get in the game, obviously, just naturally. We're on our way to the Rainbow Feather right now. And here is the boss that guards the Rainbow Feather. He's kind of got a jammer. Also need to make sure, like, this fight is generally pretty easy, but then, like, every now and then, like, if I'm not paying attention, like, he'll pop an attack and I'm just not paying attention, and I just get completely destroyed by it. This is an ideal first boss to fight just in general anyways, because your damage does not matter in this fight at all. Yeah, for example, the brain, I actually do need to be careful, because, you know, it kind of comes in quick. There we go. Everything else is fine. Yeah, so we're gonna fight this. Oh, this is not. I'm not gonna talk yet. This attack's actually hard, especially if he's in the middle. It's kind of like hard to move around. Okay, I think that's basically every hard attack done. Boop. Boop. Yeah, so this is like a really easy boss to fight as your first boss, just in general in this game. It doesn't give anything special, but it turns out the item he gives is straight up, like, if you do the game, like, without any glitches as normally as you could, right, you would start the game. That was really bad luck. I was like trying to figure out what to do there. You would just fight the Death. It's called Death. It's a boss from Symphony of the Night, I think. The one that you can fight at the very start of the game, but you need to fight it without dying, and it takes like 4 minutes. So you would just fight that, and then you get access to you actually, like, if you do beat that boss on your at the new game without dying, you do actually get access to the final area of the game. So that is very much a thing you can do. So the fastest route of the game without any glitches would be just do that, get the items required to, you know, go through the final area in the game, and then just win. And it turns out you only need 2 items for that, if you're not doing any glitches. You need the Rainbow Feather, which is what we're getting here. And then you need the, I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly, the Adsek's Glove, which is an item normally you get pretty far into the game. But the Rainbow Feather you can just get as your first item in the game normally, totally fine. Adsek's, and listen, you will see it on screen later. Alright, let's try not to die to this time. That was easy. That was easy. Alright, I mean, the rest of the attack should be really, really fine. What a close call. Alright, and right after this fight, I'm actually going to do a glitch that doesn't save time, but I found it last week, and it's cool, and I want to show it off. So I'm going to. Like, I'm pretty sure doing this glitch actually loses me like 30 seconds, but I wanna. Can we do this last dodge? Alright. It's time for the boss's final form. That was the boss's final form. Yippee! Get a nice amount of souls. And here is the Rainbow Feather. It's looking pretty green, but you know, ignore that. And then what it lets us do is it lets us use these gravity arrows. That's really all we need. It is genuinely impossible to beat the game without this item. What we're gonna do right here is we're gonna do something really, really special. We're gonna drown. Alright, now we're gonna hit menu, and then we're gonna go back to the main menu like this. And now we're gonna start a new game. And now, if you've seen this game, you might notice something's weird. In fact, you saw this earlier. This was the intro cutscene. But something's wrong. So I found this last week. If you are dead and you hit the menu, but not like the reset, like you open the menu of the game and you hit main menu, it kind of loads the save file in the final area of the game. And we're gonna abuse that just to get some souls. And it warps us back right here. So I don't really understand that glitch, but we do get like a nice 300 souls and a free warp to the middle of this area. So that's nice. That glitch is also pretty weird because you can only do it once, right? So that the enemy I just killed there, he doesn't respawn. So if you kill him once, then you leave and you try to do the glitch again, enemy just won't be there. And for some reason there's like an invisible wall past that enemy. It only disappears once you defeat that enemy. So you just get stuck there. Yeah, I found that by complete accident a week ago, and I was like, that's cool, let's just put it in the route. Let's put it in the route. Alright, so now we have the Rainbow Feather. We really only need one more thing, and that's the add 6 glove. Here's a pause glitch once again. So normally you're not supposed to be able to do this. I think you need like a pretty good gun extension to go to this area. So this is actually like a pretty late game area where I'm going. But we just prevent him from doing his old shtick, and now we're jamming out. Now the first thing we do in this area, we're going to take this invisible path over here. This is an optional thing, but there's a pretty decent item at the end of this. And considering how under-leveled I'm going to be for the final boss, I do desperately want this item. Now let's put this into perspective. At the start of the game, you have 15 damage. Every level up gives you 1 extra damage. And then, you know, there's gun upgrades that increase your damage as well. Thunder, at the end of his world record run, had, I believe, 49 damage plus the speed ring. We're gonna have, like, 30 with the speed ring. So we're gonna pick up the desert gun, because this is actually, like, this increases your damage by 10. It's like fairly easy to get, and we're not gonna have enough souls to do anything else. So yeah, we're getting the speed ring. The whole reason I'm doing this like really weird route. This is not the world record route at all, by the way. In the world record route, you like do barely anything. You do like the absolute minimum, but it means that the final boss genuinely takes like 5 minutes every phase. And then, you know, if you die once, you have to reset. Well, speaking of resetting. So it's like, it's maybe the least marathon safe run I could possibly do. So I came up with like this alternative route that just shows off a bunch of glitches. These jumping metars are like the most annoying. Oh, that's my alarm for work. It's really early in the morning, by the way, guys. But we are going to get this speed ring, because this speed ring is no matter, it's like a, it increases your DPS by 200% no matter what. After I do this one in sub 30, that's not happening. I could get sub 40 with my other route, maybe. Maybe. Good old sheep blocks, our favorite. Okay, so the next like 7 minutes are just going through this area completely normally. I guess I'll talk about this game. So Overlord, I mean, as I said, it's a pretty big Metroidvania game. But casually, like, this is like an 8-hour game, I think, if I had to guess. I think actually casually for me it was pretty much exactly 8 hours. There's just so many areas in this game that you will not see at all. Not here. There's secrets, there's a whole lot of stuff you have to do normally before you can proceed to the final boss. We're gonna wait till the souls come up. We have to wait to... So souls are like the currency in this game. We get them by defeating enemies. You have to wait for them to like hit the corner of your screen before they're collected. It's kind of annoying. You'll see Crocomire even more. Don't worry about it. He's coming back. And souls are actually really, really important. I do need to get quite a lot of them. Thankfully, the fact that this is a late game area means that the enemies just kind of drop a lot of souls in general. So I don't actually have to think about it too much. I think I can bait this properly. Nope. Let's try that one more time. That's much better. And he's gone. I think that's the last time you see him, so say goodbye. We're just about to hit our main leveling up session, because we are about to fight an actual boss that does require like actual damage, as opposed... Whoa, that came out weird. As opposed to the last one we did, which obviously you just need 1 damage and you're good. You know, when I hit the jump key, I like it when the character jumps. Maybe that's just a me thing. All right, and I wrote down very specifically in my notes. Oh yeah, this save in particular is really what this is. You're gonna see it later, but you can do a glitch starting from this save that allows you to skip requiring the AdSex gloves completely. So in the world record route, you just get Rainbow Feather. You don't get this second item here. All right, we're gonna teleport back here because we need to go here to do level ups. And I'm gonna get 7 level ups exactly. No more, no less. There we go. I actually can't get more anyways. There's a very good reason for that. I need 1,000 souls after I defeat this boss. And if I don't have that, it's gonna be a bit weird. Hello? But I mean, the boss itself nearly drops like 1,000 souls anyway, so... Yippee! Yeah, I think normally, like... I don't think this is like a late game area. I think it's more like a middle of the game area, sort of like you go to. I think you like normally you have to find like a ring upgrade that lets you do a long shot. Because your bullets, you know, it's like the bullets actually do not stay on screen. They despawn very quickly. So normally you're supposed to shoot that rabbit from far away. I'm always scared of this screen. I don't really know why. Yeah, I mean... Listen, have you been in a pyramid before? If you haven't, then you can't say for sure that they don't all have anti-gravity sections. Anyway, here's the second... I guess this is like, well, the second boss run. I kind of know that, like, I don't know why, but, like, fade-ins and fade-outs are not working right now. Which is, like, making some stuff, like, unintentionally harder, I think. No. Like, normally these bosses fade in, and I don't know why, but, like, just... That's not working right now. Oh, damn. Those boss probably will take a couple tries. It's not the easiest. Generally, I'm just like trying to kill the left, really? Killing the left one of these first, because I don't like it as much. Alright. The one attack I really want to see is Mind Trick, because Mind Trick is really easy for me. You want to do like something real? Okay, boom is going to be jump. Alright. This is a pretty good boss. It's definitely like among the more memorable bosses in the game, I would say. I quite like it. It has good attacks. Yeah, maybe one of the glitches is causing like this weirdness that I'm seeing right here, but as long as we don't like accidentally fall into one of these Medusa heads, we're good. You're gonna warp me. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, like, you better reset my gravity. Alright, so we have over 1,000 souls. That's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. And here's the AdSex glove. Adzirs. Adzirs. You can't fault me for not remembering Adzirs. Come on. And this lets us use vines. And that very much, those are the only two things we need to actually beat the final area in this game, is being able to use the gravity arrows and being able to use vines. But again, in the world record route, you don't actually need that item. You can do a glitch and just like skip the area that requires that. I don't know. I also like timed this last week and I kind of realized like there's an item in this game that warps you back to hub. It's actually slower to get it. It takes like a couple minutes. Training grounds, I believe, is this way. Okay, so this is the warp we got all the way at the start of the game. We're going to actually use it now and go to the training grounds and get like the one item that makes this like marathon safe. We love the speed ring. Alright, this dude's gonna like spout a whole bunch of dribble. But we have to pay him 500 souls to even get access to this area. Hey, have a nice visit. Thanks for robbing me. Mario is here too. I don't, you know. Yeah, getting the gun and then getting... Well, getting the gun... Like, it's hard to get the souls to get the gun. And the desert gun's kind of in the way, so... Alright, here's just like target practice. There we go. Gotta do it in 17 seconds to get the reward. The thing is, so the desert gun is plus 10 damage, and the gun you get from here is plus 15, so it's actually not that big of an improvement. It's better to use the souls for level ups. And here's the speed ring. And what the speed ring does, it literally lets us shoot twice as fast, which that's just 200% DPS. That is just double the damage. I'll put it on before I forget. And that's great. Alright, so now what we're gonna do... So remember that boss at the start of the game that I said, like, you know, getting to the final area and then you get like one chance and whatnot? We're gonna do a little skip. So this is a save wrong warp. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna start a new game. Because our run was just so bad. Basically, it's similar to the glitch we did at the start. It's basically we're gonna get the game ready to load a save. That save that we just made in the training grounds. And we're gonna get it to load a save in here, actually. Which is gonna allow us to warp all the way to the right of this, passing the boss fight. But first, we just gotta just walk on. Alright. Because you actually can't hit reset in this first area. So we're going to hit reset, new game, well, menu. And we're going to start a new game again. And now we're right here now. And we're in the final area. Wasn't that easy. It's a glitch so easy. Your kids could do it. Your grandma could do it. Alright. What did that game do all the ready to load? I don't know. It's like engine stuff. Yeah, his name is... Good old Thwomps. So we are straight up just like, you know, what the normal player would like do like 8 hours in. We're just gonna do all the final stuff now. We're gonna beat the final boss and that's it. It's gonna take a while. This final area actually does take like a solid 15 minutes even to get to the final boss. Because we gotta do the trials. I'm gonna open this teleporter. I actually do want to level up one more time. So we're gonna do that after this first trial. Dog. The trial of fire. Take a shot at rewriting this. It is this glitch that I'm like using to, you know, get past here and whatnot. It is very, very good. It's actually like very limited in its usefulness. I have a map, like I should have like a paint.net file of like all the maps and like their save locations, so I can like know how to use the glitch to its most efficient thing. I don't know, words didn't come out right. It's actually like very limited in its usefulness. Because every time you want to use the glitch, basically you have to start a new game. But, you know, that's fine, but like starting a new game on its own takes like a minute or two, you know? It is a very powerful glitch. Oh, well, that was weird. But you only have like... Yeah, you have to realize where it's useful and where it's not useful. Normally I would, before I did the reroute this weekend, I would, normally I would get the ocarina, and there's actually like a wrong warp you can do that puts you right next to the ocarina. Very convenient. But yeah, I mean, having the ability to like skip past death and not fight it at all, it makes this speedrun pretty easy. I mean, really, it's all about the final boss now. Gonna get a couple more level ups here just for the sake of having as much damage as possible. Are Zelda games Metroidvanias? Next question. That is the thing, is because you don't do early death, you are just so severely underleveled. It's really hard to make it worth it. And for the record, when you kill the enemy in the boss at the very start of the game, you get like 1,500 souls. Mm-hmm. 1,500 souls is enough for like the first 10 levels. It's really nice. And basically every variant of this route that I've come up with, we don't actually get the souls from death. It is truly unfortunate. There isn't really much to say here. We're just going to be doing the trials. I do find it funny that you can come here... Oh, that was weird. At the very start of the game, and then you can just, like, actually do most of these. You know, like, two little tiny areas that you can't do. Early death, wrong warp to the minigames. But the thing is, that wouldn't even really save time, right? Because you still have to go and get the rainbow feather and the Atzir's glove to use the vines. I've had this bun for exactly 5 years. It's really amazing. My hair has reached a point where like some of it will fall off and some of it will just like grow, and then like it always stays the same length, which means the bun never grows either. Ah. So yeah, this is the one area, this is the one thing you need Rainbow Feather for in this game, is doing this area. No. The thing is, so there's one really nice thing. You can actually wrong warp to the end of the green trial, which does allow you to skip... I always forget how to do this save correctly. You can do a wrong warp to the end of the green trial, which is where you need the Atzir's glove. And so you can actually skip getting the Atzir's glove. The problem with that is that you have to do early death for that wrong warp. You do early death and you don't even get the reward for doing early death because you have to throw away the souls to load the save. I wish these wouldn't kill when they're like retracted. What am I... Dun, dun. Oh, I can't land on that platform. It is not possible. Or, well, I can't, like, get in the wind. Thank you. Oh, okay, that hitbox was weird. And then we have to time this correctly. Okay. Oh, that was, something happened. It's up there. This is definitely a contender for the hardest trial. I'd probably give it to the green trial, though. Yeah, I kind of had like a pretty hard look at like where you could wrong warp in this area. And the only thing I found is, no, for the record, I didn't find most of these glitches. Jetty did. He posted a video back in like 2021 of like a whole bunch of like glitch applications. And I was like, this sounds interesting. Let's find out what the hell this is all about. Yeah, well, it probably all started from when we did Kid Ouija. You know, about a while ago, like there was like a speedrun competition, and a bunch of us did Kid Ouija. And then we found out that Kid Ouija, which also uses this exact same engine, is a very broken game. And then I guess Jetty was the one who was like, you know, what if we just go to other man games and see what we can do with it? And it turns out this one broke. Crumbled under the pressure. Alright, this trial right here has the most RNG in the whole game. We'll see if RNG is kind to us today or not. Eh. Alright, let's see. How long is it going to take us to get past this room? So here it is, genuinely I think you just have to sit and wait for the rocks to come down and build a path for you. While these eyes like sort of aim at you, but also they kind of suck at aiming. Like one more. Yeah, that'll do. But I need to like wait for this. Yeah, I'd say that was pretty average. That is indeed Sheepman's stage gimmick. These are the sheep blocks. Just about at the end of this trial now. Yippee! Yeah, for the record, the old world record that Thunder had was a 49 minutes. A really, really, really good run for the, you know, not using any glitches. This route, I think, can probably just about match that 49-minute time, and then, like, the world record route can get, like, a low 40-minute time, maybe, like, a 39. Yeah, 39, actually. So here, this is definitely not a reference to another big Metroidvania game, absolutely not. I don't really know what this is all about. There's just these bees here. This is like, it's just full of bees. Donkey Kong is one of my favorite Metroidvania games. That's actually true. I bet if you asked Anush that, he would say that. Alright, this jump is like really, really, really hard, and I don't know why that jump is like so insanely precise. I think we're just about at the end of this trial too. That went well. And I think this might have been the best trial so far. Yeah, well. Yeah, normally you can actually wrong warp directly to this room, which is what we do in the world record. And we skip the vine gloves. I'm not going to call them Adzirs anymore. Alright, one final trial. Now we're on our way to the final boss. There's an item that makes you breathe longer underwater in this game. I love how it's just not required at all. You would think, right, like surely. Even in the one trial that has water in it, don't need it. I love the item that makes you breathe. Got the mouth. I'm pretty sure there is, right? I feel like I remember in my casual playthrough, I didn't make like any progress in Water Rio passage for a long time just because I was like, I need an item that makes me breathe. And then I found it, and then I went back, and I was like, oh, you don't really need it. Here we are. I'm gonna reset on the save here because this is all about cycles now. Gotta not get shocked. Boop. Right, one more time. Lungs. Alright, enough with your hocus pocus. Alright, and that is going to do it for the trials. Click. Filmed by Adam Sandler. And then while this opens up, I'm going to open my volume mixer and get ready to mute this game. That's something I learned a while back, but it turns out that the song in this area right here is from an anime, and it just straight up mutes VODs, so we're going to be muted for a little while. I could also just like talk non-stop over it so it wouldn't mute the VOD, but I'm not like I'm good, right? I'm good on that. So here is just 3 minutes of me walking through this area. It's mostly just walking to the right, dodging these spinners. Some ghosts are gonna spawn and like be you know, and then we're also gonna be like but we don't die. Some of these jumps are a little tricky. This Man J guy, he can make some hard cycles every now and then. This one, a little tricky. I do kind of wish the game had like a way to just like mute music instead of having to mute everything. Public domain songs, I'm good. Hey guys, it's 7 in the morning. As I'm saying this. This save is probably the hardest one just because of this section right here with everything, but if you just kind of go, it tends to work out. Why is there an Isaac enemy here? The great thing about Madden, right, is he is kind of like, he is a true fan game maker. He really will just take things from every single game and be like, yeah, I'm putting this in my game. Boom. Alright, now we just got 2 auto-scrollers and we're done and dusted with this run. Well, the final boss, but I would never die to the final boss. It's not like it's the hardest thing in the run. funnily enough, I think that the very first phase of the final boss is like way harder than anything else in the final boss. Like, it's the entire reason I'm getting the speed ring, is because that phase of the final boss is just, I can't, like, make it consistent. Alright, I think after this one we're done. Oh, it does these 2 spinners. Alright, beautiful. Alright, I'm just gonna do this and then turn on the audio. There it is. This gangly bastard. This is definitely not a boss from Symphony of the Night. This game is definitely not like heavily inspired by Symphony of the Night at all. Yeah, it's these attacks. The attacks that like spawn these. Oh, whoops. Like multicolored balls are really hard and random. It's hard to like react very quickly to these balls. No, I didn't. Well, I didn't die to the boss. I died to my own lack of ability. I think that's fine. So I'm trying to remember, I think if I don't have this speed ring here, I have to do 4 cycles of this phase of the boss before I can move on to the next thing. Maybe like 3.5. As you can see with the speed ring, it's going to be like 2 cycles. Fine, the boss wins. See, that's the thing, is like, it's really hard to react to these really quickly. The first try, that's going to require 8 cycles. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Because in the world record route, I basically just have the desert gun, and it's 4 cycles, yeah. And the desert gun basically doubles your damage at that point in the game. More. The next phase of this boss is a lot more consistent, so as long as we can get there, then I think we're all Gucci. Yeah, I mean, they do spawn from like the things that spin around him. It's not necessarily exactly RNG, but it's also not very predictable. Ah, there we go. That's not the end of phase 1, though. We do, have this. Aw, man. Bad RNG. This attack can spawn from either side of the start. If it spawns close to you, then you have to run away. Otherwise, you can just do damage. Alright. Really, like, the one part of this where we can do damage. It's also the scariest, as you can see. Alright, let's not mess this up. That'd be nice. We're gonna spawn him here. We're gonna do a little of this, a little bit of this, and then we're gonna like do that. And then we're gonna pull an audible. But that worked out. That was not what I usually do. Alright, this is actually like weirdly hard sometimes. The aiming on these is like scuffed. I need to be a bit careful here. Okay, good. Bad RNG again. Come on, man. Let me do damage. I'm begging. Here we go again. Come on. This is exactly why the estimate is as long as it is. That honestly, it very, very rarely actually walls you. But I guess it decided that this was the opportune moment. We're just gonna go through this again, it's fine. Alright, we're just gonna go through this again, it's fine. Okay, I would like to, my lawyer will be in touch with that hitbox. I mean, I did troll game when I didn't go over estimate, like forever ago. I don't even remember. I would assume we're about like 50 minutes in right now. A little bit of extra damage. I mean, yeah, I got a feeling for how long this is taking. I don't have a timer next to me, but I generally know, like, this route is pretty static. It's hard to, like, win or lose time in this route. I saw that, and I was like, man. That's fine, I'll be underestimate. Barely, but I will. We're gonna play it a little safe here. Don't push for damage. Alright, we're gonna go to the left here. And there. Alright. Let's just not get walled again, yeah? You know. I would love to get better RNG. Alright, can you not do what you did last time? Appreciate it. Let's try to do this a little bit better as well. Whoa! Alright, pulling an audible. One of those decided it was just gonna go crazy, I guess. Alright, let's try not to get destroyed here. Yay, good RNG. Or we can just sit here and do damage. Alright, don't do it. Don't you dare do it. Okay, that was literally completely fine. I just messed up. That sucks. That is entirely my fault. Imagine having to do that like 5 times. That's what it's like in the world record route. So I would actually still be underestimate, probably. Because this first phase takes about 3.5 minutes. The other phase takes about 3 minutes. Okay, we're gonna go left. Yeah, when I was actually like grinding out the record for this game, I basically had like 5 runs in a row that all got here, and then they all died on the final boss just because it's so insanely hard. Aw, oh man, oh dang it. Just dodge, you know? Just dodge it. There we go. This is a bit more familiar. Yeah, that's how I usually do. You can get cheeky and like push for one shot on that bottom dude. That's really not worth it. That's pretty bad RNG. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I don't think I played this game pre-nerf. But I would not be surprised. It's easy to make Sonic attacks just insanely hard. Go through it again. Just gonna be safe. Do this attack again, we're good to go. Twice as fast and lasted longer. Yep. That tracks. Alright. Little phase 2, anyone? We got a checkpoint now in the phase 2 it's really way easier than phase 1. Ideally, I also get the glitch that makes the second half of phase 2 like insanely easy. It's really random though, so we'll see what happens. Power, you know. Yeah, so a lot of this phase is a lot more static. I'm actually not sure there's even like... There's some RNG, but... this one's hard to dodge. Yeah, that first one has less warning than the other ones for some reason. And I don't know why, but the weak spot is the hands, so you just shoot the hands. This fire is completely patterned. And then, second half. He decides, he gets quirky with it. I say second half, obviously, like, there's way more than half of his life, but at this point, this is just a looping pattern of forward attacks. Just be careful here, don't jump into something. And so this is the attack that can glitch out. So we're gonna pause a whole bunch and try to make it glitch out. Alright, got it. And that's the end of the game. So yeah, I don't think either of us know why that happens, but if you just like pause on like a specific frame there, the boss just glitches out, and this is it. So get ready on time. And by that I mean like you got like 30 seconds while I just bust this down. This is so awesome. Or the attack is supposed to just skips the check. That's fair. Maybe. Pausing's really got time. Pausing is very glitchy in this game. Oh, was that an underestimate? Barely? Oh yeah, barely. Yeah, as expected, first phase of the final boss, that's the choke point. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and go to the next run now, probably.
Hell yeah.
Not that I have much else to say anyways.
Sub 30.
Thank you! I'm so proud of myself, divided by 2.
Yeah, so that was Overlord, a mess of a run, but awesome nonetheless.
True.
And we're going to, up next, have Brutal Company, which is a mod of Lethal Company to make things a lot harder, and the people participating in that actually decided to make things even harder and more RNG and stupid. So we're actually going to transition that one over early. They're already almost ready to go. So we're going to get that going earlier than normal just to give them more time to potentially finish out a run.
Fair.
But thank you, Cosmo, for joining. I'm sure everyone here will not hear him again throughout the marathon.
Absolutely not. See you in like 5 minutes.
And we're going to head over. We'll be back very shortly with Brutal.